So you don't think Stafford's better than him?
No, not
How?
right now.
How do you justify that?
Not right now.
Stafford is currently leading the league in passing yards. I could name 10 quarterbacks that are better, like for sure.
I'm gonna need that list.
I can give it to you right now.
Give it to me.
Patrick
But
Mahomes,
they're better
Josh
than who?
Allen,
Then Jalen Hurts.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff. Now this is where it gets tricky, but that's
Drake May.
7 right there. Drake May's playing better. I'm not going to give it to Drake May just yet because I don't really have to. I think Jordan Love's better.
Welcome to What Your Mama Didn't Tell You, the podcast, week 7, football edition. I actually want to start today with the Tush Push. We were talking last time about the Tush Push. And Devin, what was your perspective again on it?
Well, firstly, I want to say me and Reece went out on the town last night and had a great night. And I wanted you to be aware of that. Yeah, I had a great time. We were having so much fun. You know, it was a great time. And I wanted you to know that. And I wanted to wait until you started this to tell you that. Because I wanted to get this reaction and not the reaction I'd get off camera.
What?
So, yeah,
Right.
out there partying, living it up. Dude, it's awesome.
So y'all know, I'm the mama. I've got the 2 sons who are now men. You know, we were supposed to do this weekend together. They said, no, Mom, we just want to do a guys' weekend. Okay, no problem. Mama can get some plans. But I'm still like low-key worried, praying all the time because, you know, it's 2 young men. They're in the city. And, you know, I got to be mindful of 2 young men in the city. Anyway, when we started filming this episode, they decided to prank me out the gate. Why? Because they wanted to catch my reaction on camera because I do it to them sometimes. And they knew that my reaction off camera was going to be a more African mom with a touch of crazy. So they decided we're going to do it to her on camera so she can have a moderated response. And it just made me bust out laughing because to just see them now plotting on how they're going to get me is absolutely hilarious. And it warms my heart at the same time.
So now I'll talk about the Tush Push. People want to ban it, they can ban it. That's how I feel. It's a move that can be banned because it's tough to watch. And at the end of the day, it's an entertainment league. So it's kind of a dumb play, but they're good at it and it's legal. There's no hate against it. It's just, if you want to ban it, you could ban it. It's like hand checking.
Right.
Okay. Reese, what are your thoughts? Just for a refresher.
I agree. I think the Tush Push is like, it's within the rules, right? Like, it makes you think about like, oh, James Harden's double step back. Like, okay, is it a travel or is it not? Is he circumventing the rules? Whatever. Like, yeah, but like at the end of the day, I think if you do it within like the confines of the rules of the game, then I think, yeah, it's legal. And I think, you know, innovators should be rewarded with being able to actually reap the benefits of what they do. But in the same breath, you know, from a business standpoint, you know, it's entertainment leagues. The owners got to do what they got to do to keep money rolling. So.
Okay. So let's just start by saying, Reese, are you you're alive, it seems like?
I am alive. I did make it.
You made it in one piece.
I made it in one piece.
That brother of yours parties like a rock star, so I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't think he was gonna make it, but he made it.
Now let's go into Angel Reese. What do you think about her? I know I'm going left, right, and center today.
She's cool.
What's cool? You think she's cute, or do you think more than that? Like, we can say it all.
Yeah,
She's cool?
Yeah, I think she's cool. I think, you know, she's just a girl who wants to play basketball.
Why you laughing?
No, I was laughing because you gave this like intro, and Reese's response was, "Yeah, she's cool."
Exactly. Say more.
About Angel Reese,
Yes.
I think she just does her thing. People take it a certain way. Obviously, they have their own opinions about her. She's a good basketball player. I don't think she's great or anything, and I think she's just doing her. And I don't really, I have no hate against her. Like, I have no ill will towards her. I think she maybe gets too much hate. That'd be my only like opinion.
Yeah, I think she gets too much hate.
Okay, so did you see that she was in the Victoria's Secret fashion show?
I did see that.
Okay, what were your thoughts about that?
Good little endorsement she could have done for herself. A good, you know, relationship she has with Victoria's Secret. It's cool. It was a good fashion show.
Devin?
A lot of good stuff going on.
I didn't even know she was in that.
What you talking about, Willis?
To be honest,
It didn't come in your feed?
I don't really be on Instagram like that.
It was all over. It dominated my feed. See, this is so interesting, right? We're talking about this. It literally dominated my feed. I could not go every other post without it being on my feed. Crazy.
You
And
scroll
that's
on
interesting.
Instagram now?
I do. I know it's not normal for me, but we're doing this thing, so I got to know what's going on. It it literally dominated my. I still don't do anywhere close to most people actually, but um. So anyway, my thoughts are. I don't know if you know this, but she's like the first player, obviously, to walk the runway of a major fashion show ever. And so she literally broke ground this week doing that because typically they would think of athletic women as not being crossover that way. So it actually was a groundbreaking moment. Well, for me, it was bigger than that because I'm now thinking about NFL players who maybe are doing the same thing. Can you think of some of those who are?
Being models?
Yeah, or just crossing over in significant brand sort of ways.
Like
Shay maybe.
OBJ probably. Shay probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't just walk the runway. She changed the context. She changed the entire context. Like, I don't think there's ever been an NFL player or NBA player who are really tall guys who could model if they wanted. I don't think any of them have ever been on the runway. Doesn't mean none of them are capable. I mean, I'm voting for Jalen Hurts to walk the runway because I think he would beat it. But yeah,
I don't think
so
he'd
I'm
ever
just
do
putting
that.
out what?
I don't think he'd ever do that.
Why not?
I think he's
Well,
locked in on football.
yeah, but he could do that when he's on vacation. Howdy. Yeah, I'm having a bit of fun today. Can you tell? So I want to know, go birds, by the way. I want to know, what are your thoughts? Can a quarterback, Jalen Hurts specifically, model on the runway and at the same time be a respected quarterback? I want to hear from you. We want to hear from you because we're talking about it in a really heated sort of way. And we want to know what you think because that's going to be feedback for more conversations on the matter. Drop a comment in the link. Let us know.
It's not a really good look for the quarterback. You kind of have to be very football
What
oriented.
that's the point I'm making, right? Is can you walk and chew gum at the same time?
With football as a quarterback, not
Yeah.
really. It doesn't look good. It's the quarterback's a very interesting position because your leadership qualities are almost as important as your ability on the field. Like you could argue Jalen Hurts is only still employed because of his leadership qualities. He's not a very good quarterback. Well, he's not very good at throwing the football. You could argue the only reason why he still has a job and job security is because he's a very good leader.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it's tough to separate the two, and a leader doesn't. It's hard to set an example when you're out there on the runways. And football's a very, it's a different sport than most. So you can't just kind of do your own thing.
So you're thinking that there's some sports that are more transferable than others and that football isn't one of those. Reese, what are your thoughts?
I agree. I feel like football is kind of already like there's like a social expectation of football players. And it's like basketball players, you have a couple pretty boys and this, that, and the third. Like basketball, you could see a basketball player walking down the runway and it wouldn't be that much of an issue, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I think football is just so much more of like a sport that's like for like I don't know, like
Gritty,
it
like
takes
gritty? You
yeah,
mean gritty?
gritty, masculine, like it has all those qualities that it's like, oh, okay, like these two things don't coincide. There's always people who trailblaze and, change what the status quo is. So, I mean, I don't think we'll be hard pressed to not find some football player who's going to walk the runway at some point. But, as of right now, that's kind of where it stands.
Yeah, I'm voting for Jalen Hurts to walk the wrong way. I know y'all say a quarterback ain't supposed to do that, but I'm telling you, he's gonna connect to the culture in a different way, and I just think it's beautiful. So, they can walk and chew gum. We'll see. We'll see what happens to come. So, all right, let's get into football. So, today, key matchups today. First of all, let's start by talking about what is one thing or player that you're looking at today, tomorrow, Thursday, very closely. One person.
Justin Fields probably.
I can understand why. Do you think he should be fired yet?
He's not playing really well.
Not really well, but he has
You
good
can't
games.
argue that a quarterback who's 0-6 is playing really well,
Okay,
really
all right,
ever.
chill. But like he is playing well in
So
certain
should he be
games.
fired?
Yes, he's not good. I watched all the games. He's not playing well.
Devontae Adams just mossed somebody.
His stats are good,
Devin.
but he's not playing. Yeah.
So Reese, do you think he should be fired?
No.
Dude, they're giving him BTA.
Devin, look at the
Oh, that actually brings me to another point.
Yo, Devin, look at the pass.
Yeah, man, he's Tay. That's a Hall of Famer
Yeah,
right there. And you got
facts.
Stafford chucking him the rock. You just got to put it anywhere. That actually brings me to another point.
Huh?
The reason if Reese is quiet, the reason he's quiet is because I was giving him BTA in Madden this morning, and he couldn't.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
He was using your team, and he threw 6 picks and no touchdowns.
6 picks.
You're really getting the business.
Are you serious?
You threw 6 picks. It was 0 touchdowns, 6 picks.
0 touchdowns, 6. That's not true.
That's exactly what happened.
This
Why are you lying?
Why you always lying? Oh my God. The story is completely fabricated. I'm telling you. Everything that's coming out of his mouth is not true.
What are you
Everything
talking
coming out of his
about?
mouth is not true.
What are you
He's
talking
literally just
about?
talking just to talk, bro.
All right, cool. That's fine.
Not
Just
the truth.
lie,
I don't know why you have to lie.
The Rams.
Why are you getting on the camera lying?
Wait, let him finish. Reese, let him finish. Go ahead.
I was using the Rams, and he was
I'm
using
not letting
the
this
Eagles,
nonsense finish. I'm not letting this nonsense finish.
and he was getting BTA.
This is nonsense. This is nonsense.
He lost by 15,
Yo,
but I wasn't even paying attention, and he was getting work.
I don't know what you're talking about. So are we going to talk about the games? Because this guy's just lying, just to lie.
See?
I can't stop a liar. Can't stop a liar from lying, right? So
look at him running around.
pull up the games. Let's go, bro. This guy's chatting.
Little brother, snap back.
He's just mad because I've been beating him all weekend.
You haven't beaten me since you got here. You're
I've been
0-3.
beating him all weekend. I've been beating him all weekend.
You haven't beat me. I don't think you've won since you got here in Madden. I think Nolan beat you twice, too.
I know he didn't.
Mama timeout.
When did you? Oh, you beat him with the. Oh yeah, that game paused out.
Too. I beat you one time.
You never beat me.
I beat him once.
You literally lost the first game, then you lost the second game, and then we stopped playing, and then you lost today.
Nah, and what happened on 2K?
That was like 2-3.
And what happened on 2-3?
It was like 2-3.
2-3 in whose favor?
You, but you had the better teams. Hey. You beat me. You played with the 16 Warriors, and you were talking
bro,
crazy.
I was frying you with the 76ers. You're buns, bro. You're buns. I can't.
Yeah, but I beat you too. I beat you in that game. You haven't beat me in Madden since you got
Everybody
here.
won. Everybody won. So Devin, you say you were looking at Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And I asked you, should he be fired? You say yes. Reese, what do you think?
I don't think so.
No, you think he should get more losses under his belt?
Who else are you gonna sign?
I don't know, but anybody's better than him right now.
That's not true.
He don't got no wins. Okay, you're still in his corner. Fine. Who are you looking at?
I'm not in his corner. I just think that the Jets are.
They are. They are exactly that.
I don't think the QB change to some guy who's a free agent is going to change that.
Okay. Who are you looking at this week, Reese?
I'm looking at Michael Penix Jr.
Okay.
I'm looking at Michael Penix Jr. I'm looking at Kyle Pitts. Looking at Drake London. I'm looking at Jesse Bates to lead the defense. Feel me? Like I'm looking at the squad to be locked in.
Which one?
Squad to be locked in. Falcons, the whole Falcons team, the whole organization. That's the only thing I'm watching. That's the only thing I care about. Monday Night Football. Let's get after it.
Okay then. I'm looking at AJ Brown. I need him to behave today.
He's so ass.
He needs to behave. AJ Brown needs to behave today. I need you, AJ Brown, to behave because we need to win. Secondarily, I'm looking at our defense. I'm about to say, almost about to say they
averages 10. He averages 10 fantasy points a game, Devin.
Listen, I need AJ Brown to behave, and I need our defense to bring it because I don't know what they've been doing. Jalen Carter, on that talk, bring it. Like, if our defense does not show up, we're going to lose this game, period.
And your defense isn't great, but your quarterback's really not great either.
No. That's not true.
No,
Jalen Hurts' numbers, his stats are legit.
Yeah, but
have you looked at his stats?
All you got to do is really, if you watch the games, that brother is not good. Like
I do watch the game.
He's not. So I don't know. I don't know how an informed football fan could watch the games and be like, yeah, he's like a top 5, top 10 quarterback. Like.
Part of him is not good because he doesn't have a lot of interceptions. He throws a lot. He rushes. Which part?
He's not an accurate thrower of the football. I watched him in the Broncos game. I watched him miss 2 wide open throws down the field to Devontae Smith and AJ Brown because he overthrew both of them. Like, he's not like, honestly, like, yeah, he's just not good. He's not that good. Like, he's really not. I could name 10 quarterbacks that are better, like, for sure. Like, that I think for sure are
10
better.
quarterbacks that are better than him.
Yes, for sure.
I'm gonna need that list.
I can give it to you right now.
Give it to me.
Patrick
But they're
Mahomes,
better
Josh
than who?
Allen,
Then Jalen Hurts.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff. Now, this is where it gets tricky, but that's
Drake May.
7 right there. Drake May's playing better. I'm not going to give it to Drake May just yet because I don't really have to. I think Jordan Love's better. I think he's better at football. Do you agree with that?
He's better at football, but he's not experienced at football. I think you're conflating two things.
What does that even mean?
It doesn't just take you having skill to make it to the Super Bowl.
Jaden Daniels, you said Jaden Daniels?
I didn't say Jaden Daniels, but he's also better. Like,
That's
better.
not really a conversation.
Nah, bruh. Nah. I think you're looking at this a little too, like, without the lens of what it takes to win a Super Bowl.
Like, what's to stop me?
Are you just saying pure skill?
What's to stop me? What's to stop me from saying Aaron Rodgers is better? You know what I mean? Like,
you think he is?
Yeah, like, but here's the thing: if you're doing the resume thing, Aaron Rodgers is playing better this year. He has better numbers, and he has a more accomplished resume. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no argument that he's better than Stafford anymore. That's like that argument is dead. You really can't make the argument he's better than Baker Mayfield, I don't think, in this current moment. If you want to do the resume thing, Aaron Rodgers has to be better. Jared Goff actually is better. Justin Herbert actually is better. Like, they have better stats over the past couple of years, and they're just better quarterbacks. Like, he's not that good.
Reese, what are your thoughts before I give mine?
I think Jalen Hurts, at the start of the year, I was like, oh, okay, he might actually have gotten better, like, as an individual player. But he kind of fell back into his same habits of just kind of like I just don't think he just doesn't have the bag. He just doesn't have the bag.
What do you mean by that? I got my Hurt So Good t-shirt on. What do you mean by that?
Like his accuracy, like all these things. Like when you have a team as good as he does and a receiving core as good as he does, they need to be used to the best of their abilities. And when they're not being used, it's gonna fall back on you, fall back on your stats, and it's gonna make you look like a worse quarterback. And that's in part because of his. It's also in part because of the offensive coordinator. But like,
thank you. I think that there are 3 dimensions.
He's as good as you think he is.
You don't think? Say it loud.
I just don't think he's I don't think he's as good as you think he is.
So we know that the Eagles did win on Sunday, and the part that's juicy and sweet about this is that my children swore up and down that Jalen Hurts was not top 5 QB. I want to know what you think. We had some really hearty conversations, and you can check it out on the episode about who top 5 QBs are right now. And yeah, there's just so much going on in the league that it makes for great conversation. So I want to know what you think. Who's top 5 for your QB list right now? Jay Hurts is still up in there. And it's not just mama saying it. The stats are proving it, sons. I'm just telling you that I believe there are dimensions to a quarterback. There's your pure skill. There's your experience, right? Obviously, there's how your leadership within your team. I think those are the 3 dimensions that I think about a quarterback on. Some of the guys you're mentioning have skill, and they may have, 50% of the leadership they should have right now because they're still developing. But I think they're missing the other 50% of leadership, and I think they're missing experience. So I don't compare those two. I think Jalen Hurts happens to be right in the middle between those two. So comparing him to like an Aaron Rodgers has skill, he has leadership, but he has experience and he has leadership, but his skill is pretty low at this point.
So where would you rank him, Jalen Hurts, in terms of quarterbacks that are currently in the league?
Let's say top 5.
5?
Yeah, top 5.
So you don't think Stafford's better than him?
No, not right now.
How do you justify that?
Not right now.
Stafford is currently leading the league in passing yards.
Right.
You want leadership? He led his team to a Super Bowl.
Okay. Did they win?
Yeah,
Yes.
they won. You didn't hear about this?
Wait, which team does Stafford play for? Maybe I'm mistaking people.
The Los Angeles Rams. See, this is the issue. This is the issue
When did
right
they
here.
win?
They won when Cooper
3
Cup won
years ago.
3 years ago. 3 years ago.
2022.
Cooper Cup won Super Bowl MVP. Cooper Cup had like 1,900 yards in the
Yeah, no,
season.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, see, that's the issue. That's the issue.
I don't remember that.
Stafford is currently leading the league in passing yards. He's giving BTA to the Jags right now, who are a 4-2 team and one of the better defenses in the league. And
So you think Stafford would eclipse Hurts, in your opinion?
it's not my opinion, it's fact. He's better. He's better.
Okay, all
He's
right.
better.
I'm gonna research Stafford some more.
Please do.
How about that?
Please
I
do.
will do that. I don't have a problem doing that. I could be wrong, but
You're
I'll
wrong.
research it. Maybe I'll put Jalen to a 6. If that's the case, I'll come back here and say that. But I don't
Not
think he's
six.
It's
below
still not
that.
6 though. Joe
Okay,
Burrow,
so
Josh
I'm gonna put
Allen,
my
Lamar
list together.
Jackson,
So go ahead, Reese.
Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield.
Baker's better, dude. He's just better.
That's
He's
3,
just-
right?
Huh?
That's Joe Burrow 4,
Stafford 5.
Patrick Mahomes 5.
Yeah.
You really putting
Stafford
Mahomes
6.
over Hurts
Yes.
right
This
now?
season, yes, Patrick Mahomes is playing very well. His team is bad, yes.
Let
He's
me just
playing.
sit back on
He's
that.
playing.
I'm gonna sit back.
He's playing better, and he's done more in his career.
Dude, it's just rushing, bro.
You're talking about. Okay, you can't say dude is just rushing and then defend Jalen Hurts.
There's
Jalen
no
Hurts
team
is.
management. There's no team management.
You can't say Mom. You can't say dude is just rushing. In the same conversation with Jalen Hurts is better than Patrick Mahomes. All Jalen Hurts does is rush, Ma. All of his touchdowns come from the 1-yard tush push.
No,
That's
that's
a
not
rushing play.
true. That's inaccurate. We
Mom,
are
half
going
of
to
them
put.
did last year. Literally
Okay.
half of his touchdowns came from that.
Well, we're talking about this year. We're gonna get the stats and we're gonna put it up because I think what you're saying is not factually accurate. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Prove that I'm wrong.
I'm currently doing that. Hold on. This year he has 8 passing touchdowns and he has 5 rushing touchdowns. And so let's look at Mahomes. Because since Mahomes is just rushing, let's look at that. Let's look at Mahomes. This year Mahomes has 11 passing touchdowns. That's more. And he has 4 rushing touchdowns. So he's got more passing touchdowns and less rushing touchdowns. But he's the guy who's just rushing? I don't understand that. He's got better stats across the board this year. He's got better stats across the board for his career. It's ridiculous we're having the conversation. Dak Prescott is actually better than Jalen Hurts. I hate to break it to you,
Okay.
but he is. I forgot to name him, but he actually is. If you look at the numbers, he totally is, and he's done more in his career too.
We're gonna do a QB comparison, and we're gonna come back to revisit this conversation because I'm gonna prove to you why I'm saying what I'm saying, and I heard what your proof is. I disagree strongly, and Reese, it sounds like you agree with Devin, right?
Yeah,
Pretty much. Essentially, okay. We'll come back to that. Table that for a moment. Now, let's talk about Joe Flacco and Aaron Rodgers. What were your thoughts?
Hi, I'm Racheal. You're watching What Your Mama Didn't Tell You, the podcast. If you like what you're hearing, please comment, like, and subscribe.
Over the weekend, Flacco and Rodgers reminded the league that experience still wins games. This Friday, we're breaking down what they proved and going all the way back to football's roots in rugby. Don't miss it.